Hi, I'm kchoi. Welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to bake something, so I was looking up vegan cookie recipes. Side note, I am not vegan, just to clarify, but I do try to cook and eat vegan as much as I can. But anyway, so many vegan cookie recipes have a lot of ingredients, especially things that I don't already own, which makes it difficult to make. But I found one that is really simple. It's by Olivia or Liv B, and she has a vegan YouTube channel that I've been following for a while. I will link the video down below of the recipe I'm going to be using because that video actually has 3 cookie recipes, but I'm just going to be doing the first one, which is the snickerdoodle recipe. I went ahead and measured everything out, so you need half a cup of vegan butter, 1 cup of sugar, 1/4 of a cup of non-dairy milk, a splash of vanilla extract, but in this case I'm using maple syrup, 2 cups of flour, a tablespoon each of baking powder and baking soda, and then some sugar and cinnamon, and this is to coat the cookies when the dough is made. First, I'm going to preheat the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius. I'm going to start by mixing the vegan butter with the sugar. Now that that's combined, I'm going to add the 1/4 cup of milk. And I'll also go ahead and add the maple syrup at this point. I know the recipe calls for vanilla extract, but I went to the store today and a bottle of vanilla extract at the store I went to was like $8. So I just quickly looked up substitutes for vanilla extract and I saw that you could substitute maple syrup. So that's what I did. Go ahead and add the dry ingredients now. So that's the 2 cups of flour and then the tablespoon each of baking soda and baking powder. And in Liv's video, she just saved on dishes by mixing the dry ingredients on top of the wet ingredients first. Now I'm going to mix it all together. I think my dough is done, so I'm going to roll them into the cookie balls and then coat them with the cinnamon sugar now. Now that I have rolled the dough and coated it in cinnamon and sugar, I'm going to put this in the oven for 10 to 12 minutes. Good luck in there. It's been 10 minutes so far. Let's see how they're doing. Oh shit. I think I made them too big. So clearly I did too many at once or something, but they're still a bit soft, so I'm gonna let them cook for a couple minutes more and see what happens. So these cookies aren't coming out the way I expected, but I'm pretty sure they'll still taste good. Let's see just how much bigger they get after a couple more minutes of baking. I'm like really not a baker. When I cook, I hardly use recipes. I just eyeball everything. So baking, you have to be a lot more precise because it's way more scientific, I think. So I'm just really hoping the cookies are gonna be somewhat okay. I've cooked these for probably about 14-15 minutes total, and this is how they look now. They look okay minus the shape from not having enough room to spread out. I don't know what it is. Maybe I added too much maple syrup or too much butter. I have no idea what it could be, but I just hope that they taste good. I'm sure they will, because it's what? It's just sugar and butter and stuff. Like, how could that not taste good? They look like they'll be nice and chewy, so that's a good sign. Like, really, what is this shape? What would you even call this? This one is probably the closest to being a normal cookie, if you just cover that part. I have my makeshift cooling rack here. As I said, they look like they will be nice and chewy on the inside. We'll see how they are once they cool a little bit though. It's the moment of truth. I tried to pick one of the weirder looking shapes just for the first taste. Actually, sorry, that was gross. I should break it off because I want to be good to my braces. I take off a little piece of the edge here. part I got was too crispy. Let me get more of the middle. Okay, so there's what the inside looks like. For a first try, they're not too bad. You definitely can't tell that they're vegan, so that is a plus. I mean, they're not the healthiest thing because it's just like vegan butter and then sugar and stuff. I think I panicked a little when I saw that at 10 minutes they were still pretty raw and they were just like running into each other. I probably kept them in the oven for 1 or 2 minutes too long, and that made the bottom part of the cookie a little bit hard. But other than that, it tastes nice. It doesn't necessarily taste like a snickerdoodle because the only cinnamon is just like a little bit on the outside. So maybe if I add cinnamon into the cookie, then you would get a more cinnamony snickerdoodly taste. I don't know. I don't know what goes into making a snickerdoodle really. These would probably be really good with tea or milk, but I just don't really drink straight milk or straight almond milk or whatever because the bottom is a bit crispy. Having it with the hot drink would be really, really tasty, I think. So I think that was a semi-success, semi-fail. I definitely have some things to take note of for the next time I try this recipe. Let me know if you try this recipe out too, or if you know of other vegan cookie or dessert recipes that you would recommend. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye!